It's there! Holy moly, this one's going to go big.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're going to have a look at Just the Ticket by Maygay for this video. I appreciate you're probably all well aware of what the Emptier is on this one already. There are a couple of videos out there already, not least from Real Fruits himself, who posted this back in April. He got hold of the real machine with the early emptiable ROMs on it, and he demonstrated the Emptier in this video here. Obviously, he will be chipping that before he puts it out into one of his arcades. He says it will make it out to an arcade, but it will be chipped beforehand. So I appreciate that this is not going to be new information for most of you. However, the one thing that I am going to do differently in this video is we're going to see what kind of a mood it is in afterwards, because if you look down at the comments here, there are some crazy, scary numbers about how much this machine can take if you get it after it's been done. If you're the next player who comes along or the next person who comes along, how much it can take to get the method going again. There are figures of £250, £300, even £400. We've got one guy here saying £400 I heard someone did in, I think, Fleet Services Special Brew for an Invincible mode. Special Brew, by the way, was a clone of this. Now, I never had a real one of these around here. I was kind of looking out for one because I was aware of the method back in the £25 days, or at least I was aware that there was a method on it, and I could have asked the people that I knew at the time for what it was, but we never really had that many £25 Maygays around here. They kind of petered out in the £15 days, and I think we all know that by the £25 jackpot era, Maygay were pretty much on their arse. They didn't last much longer than that. I think the name got bought up by Barcrest, and there was a handful of games branded as Maygay released in the Horizon cabinet, I think it was. So this was the end of the line for Maygay. Frankly, I don't think their machines were very good at this point. I didn't particularly look forward to seeing them in the pubs around here. They were very basic. If there wasn't a method on them, you just kind of forced them out for a jackpot and hoped that it started the streak, which would cycle round once every so often. And indeed, that was how you played these once they'd been chipped. Force it out for a jackpot, hope that it streaks. However, the ROMs that we've got here, the Emptier actually works on, and it's really quite a simple Emptier. Essentially what you do is you force it into an Invincible board, which is something that it is designed to do naturally. Can you see these golden tickets in the middle here? You get all 5 golden tickets lit when you're on the feature. That then turns the machine invincible. You can take your jackpot or the top feature here. Whatever way you want to do it, you get your 25 quid. And then the key is that the machine is locked into Invincible mode, insofar as it will not lose a high-low gamble. So you take your jackpot off the Invincible board, you go back to the normal game, and as long as you don't go back into the feature, any real win will gamble out to the jackpot. Now, I actually found a couple of old emails about this from many, many years ago. Essentially, what it seems Maygay did wrong here is there's a flag in the code that when you trigger the Invincible mode, there's something in the code that says don't lose any high-low gambles, which is part of what an Invincible mode is. So you can do whatever high-low gambles you want to get to the jackpot. However, once the Invincible mode has finished, the code doesn't reset that flag. It effectively stays in no high-low gamble can be lost mode, and it only resets that flag if you get a feature entry with the 3 tickets on the reels. So if you manage to avoid the feature once you go back into the normal game and just take a real win, every single real win will gamble out to the jackpot, and that high-low gamble no-lose flag does not get reset until such a time as you get a feature or the machine is turned off and on or the door is opened. I've tried it in the emulator, and reloading the layout, which sort of emulates turning the machine off and on, even that resets the method. But also just opening and closing the doors resets the method as well. So you've got to do it in one sort of continuous play session from the Invincible board onwards. As long as you avoid the feature, every single real win gambles out to the jackpot. And the machine will always be willing to give real wins. even at minimum happiness, this thing is prepared to give wins of up to £2. So that's your cherries, your mixed sevens and your melons, which are £1, £1.20 and £2 respectively. It will be prepared to do 3 holds or Letten spins or a real blast or something like that to get any of those low down wins. It's basically blocking everything above £2 once you start doing the method and the machine gets unhappy, but it will still give you those wins, and every single one of those wins gambles out to the jackpot. But they are not free wins. They are accounted for, and the machine knows that it's paid them. Hence those horror stories. A load of comments here. Someone who personally says, I mean, this guy here, David Mellish, is saying that he personally put over £300 in one of these to get it to go in Invincible. In fact, he's saying that he knew somebody who put £450 in one. So the machine knows what it's done. It can't protect itself against, because that flag to allow the no lose high-low gambles never gets cleared, or doesn't get cleared until you get a feature or the machine's turned off and on. So it can't protect itself against that, but it does know it's paid the win. So you can see the stats here on the right-hand side. Spent some time on this last night, and I've taken it way over percentage. It's at 177%, and it's got a drift of minus £236. The one on the left-hand side is in a good mood. That's under percentage. We should be able to get the Invincible mode fairly quickly on that, and I'll demonstrate the Emptier to you. But the meat and two veg of this one is actually going to be seeing how much this thing wants, because I haven't done a test run on this. I deliberately haven't done a test run on this aspect. I did the Emptier last night. It's fairly simple. I know what I'm doing on that. This one here on the right hand side, I do not know. How long is it going to block at £2? There's another block at £5, like a lot of Maygays. It then blocks at £5. How long is it going to take us to get through that? And how much is it going to cost us for a jackpot? So let's start off with the one on the left-hand side here, which is the one where we'll get the Invincible board and demonstrate the Emptier. So we'll start off with £3 in. Now, there isn't a huge amount of panache involved with this. It's just getting the Invincible board any way you can by getting on the board. Apparently, one way that you can do it is getting 3 golden tickets on the win line, starting with an add again bonus, and then, so we might get it if it holds again. No, it hasn't. 3 golden tickets on the win line, which starts you with 3 lit. If you've got an add again on the bonus, it will then spin to a ticket, and then you can just press the add again, and you've got it that way. However, I have found that once it's sort of Invincible ready, so it's saying 3 tickets next. If I hold that one, let's just see if it gives me on the win line. So it's giving me 2 of them on the win line there. So you look at the middle there, it will now light 2 of the golden tickets. So we need to get the other 3, and then we've got our Invincible board. So we've got a bonus there of forward 3. It won't necessarily do it on the first 2 or 3 boards here, but it should be fairly close. And it shouldn't make too much hard work of giving us the Invincible board here.
I don't like the look of it.
Well, that should... Shut up. Oh, that was a bit harsh. It's a nice sound package. I mean, the machine itself isn't 7 nudges next. Fucking hell. Well, let's hold that there. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that the best hold? Did it say 7? Let's have a look. It was 7. So, oh, did it not? Oh, does it just bring... That's a bit harsh, isn't it? Just bring... It had more nudges there. It could have done better than that, couldn't it? Not to worry. I mean, we're not particularly trying to trap it or anything like that for the Invincible board. Once it's ready to go Invincible, it will let you do it by all kind of different ways on the board. I've had it a few different times when I was practicing it last night. Not that there's a huge amount to practice with this one. It is fairly straightforward. We're not trying to do anything particular. Obviously, we could have done an add again then, which would have taken it through the blocks, and that would have taken it up to £10. So it's filled that thing. I don't know what that... I haven't even collected that yet, if I'm honest with you. Go lower, so it has given us a hint there. But we're not interested in that. I guess we've got to be slightly careful here. I don't want it to fill up to a jackpot. Ooh. That's one thing it hasn't actually done with me yet. I don't want to get a natural jackpot.
Golden ticket number 3.
So I can use an add again there to get another golden ticket. Yeah, like I say, a decent sound and music package. It's not a bad looking machine. It was just the actual the code and the gameplay of these Maygays that I really didn't care for at all. That they were rather dull machines to play. We've got an advanced 3, and they could cost a bit for a jackpot as well, which would then potentially not repeat or not. Add again. In a way, I'd rather have the fucking move forward 3 then, which would give me an extra way of getting the ticket. It might just land on the ticket here if we're lucky. That add again is a bit shite. The next one up, I think, is skill stop, so we could potentially get it off. If we can get another bonus, that'll give it to us because we'll have skill stop. Is that going to kill me? I was just about to say, think that might kill me. It won't take too long. Well, I guess by whole... See, one blast is actually no... Well, I'll say it's no good. It'll give us a win. I mean, we can gamble and exchange. So we'll have a little gamble up. It doesn't seem to fill anything in for when you actually exchange. I was hoping it would, like, fill in some tickets or something like that, but... Let's just exchange him, because we don't actually want... I guess there's no... Yeah, there's no real benefit in getting the cash stack up high because we don't want it to tip over into an actual jackpot. So there is our skill stop. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to take skill stop and then take the ticket, because then if we so if I get the bonus back to advance 3, I can use it then. I'm not quite sure if that... Apart from that, there was a comment left on Real Fruits' video that one of the nicest ways to do it was getting that entry where you've got 3 tickets and the add again, and it will be prepared to land on a ticket. But I haven't seen it do that, but it has let me get it via other means. Extra life, not really what we want. As you can see, there's really not much involved here. We are just pushing out for the Invincible board. If it fills up the cash stack, I might have to do a cheeky repeat tonight because we don't want... Your extra life goes red now, I think, but it has done that before, which I think just means you've got 2 extra lives, effectively. You can see there it's offering us mega features and all kinds of things. It should tip over into the Invincible. It's actually... Oh my god! Let's reset it. I haven't seen it do that before, to be honest with you. It didn't do that on any of my practice runs last night. It didn't do that once. So that would potentially be something to watch out for on the real thing. I mean, obviously, we kind of plugged it there. We did a quick plug on it at that point. I don't know if that would be... I don't know if the cash stack got that high on the real thing. I don't know if you'd just maybe a little bit like lot of luck, you'd just take something small just to knock it back. Hopefully that hasn't actually banked the win or anything. No, it doesn't look like it has. So we'll carry on. So potentially something to watch out for that. I'm just trying to hold for the tickets here. Actually on the win line, if we could get a 3 golden tickets entry, that would be... Oh shit, I didn't realize I had a nudge there. Obviously if we could start with 3 golden tickets, that would be ideal. Is it going to spin for feature? Oh, so I guess we've got a spin for feature there. And that will give us the 3 golden tickets entry, right? There we are. So that's a good start. Is it going to give us a bonus to start with as well?
So much time and so little to do.
So that's just for opening up the pipe thing at the top there. It hasn't given us a bonus. That's slightly annoying. So we do just need to get the tickets by more natural means. Can just take a little while. It can be... It's actually... Oh, there, that's one more. Oh, no, it's flashing as well. That's actually a flash, isn't it? Sorry, that's actually a flash. Is that a flash?
I got it!
Oh, no, okay.
You've got the last golden ticket!
There we are. So that is... So it actually gave us a natural flash, but we have got the 5 golden tickets. So that's fine. I believe that counts just the same.
I got it!
So what we want to do now is we're just going to high-low there. The high-low gamble, it doesn't high-low the square that you're on the board. It just high-low. See this pipe thing up at the top?
I got it!
We are invincible. I think that was actually an invincible start. That was a flash board, and then you can get the 5 golden tickets.
I got it!
I think you actually need to get the 5 golden tickets as well, though. So
I got
even just the flash, I don't know if the flash by itself works. I believe you still need to get those 5 golden tickets, but there we are. So that's the top feature.
You did it! You did it! I knew you would! I just knew you would!
Now we'll get our... I haven't seen this go past yet, by the way. I've gone back to this same RAM a few times. I haven't seen it go past 25 quid. Even though the machine is like super happy when we get it. Nope, it's a flat one again. Right, now, this is where the Emptier comes in. So, even though the feature's finished, the Invincible board is finished, the machine now, there's something in the code that has got this machine locked into a mode whereby it thinks, or the code is saying, always win a high-low gamble. And that flag only gets reset. So this is the main thing now, by the way. We don't want a feature. So we're trying to avoid any way of the machine forcing a feature on us. So the golden tickets, 3 golden tickets in view, we don't want that. So we're going all out for real wins. And it will, there we are. Now this should, there we are, let him spin on melons. Now this should be, so we should be able to go higher than the 11 now. Because this machine should be locked in. There we are. The machine is now locked in. That flag hasn't reset that says, from the Invincible board, it's still in all high-low gambles must win mode. And it will stay there. Doesn't matter how far over percentage it gets. It doesn't matter how many jackpots it pays out. I mean, it's a bit of a basic error, really. I mean, talk about some bad sort of, jackpot sequence. It's a nice jackpot sequence, I'll give it that. But yeah, talk about some bad kind of sort of state trapping in the code. So what we're looking out for here is we just want to make sure every time we get a hold, we just want to make sure that it can't give us the tickets. Now, when you don't get a hold, that's when you're under threat. So every time we get a hold, you know what? I actually fucked up there. There's a golden ticket just underneath the reels there. Sorry. So on that one, we're actually going to hold... I think we'll just hold that in case we can get a nudge for the melons. There we are. Oh, no. Exchange. Now, we absolutely, of course, do not... So there isn't a golden ticket there. That's fine. So we'll go for... There we are. A hold after nudges on the melons. And that's fine. And straight away, we have now got our no-lose gamble all the way to the top. High-low gamble is it's living in the past. As far as the high-low gamble is concerned, we're still on the Invincible board. And there's just nothing in the code to check. A little bit like the deal or no deals that I've done recently. There is nothing in the code that's preventing this from happening. Saying, hang on a minute, you're starting to go over percentage, going more and more over percentage. The machine will just, because that flag, because that bit of the code that says don't lose a high-low gamble, it will just keep doing it. And the only thing that can fuck us up is it spinning a feature straight in. Which, honestly, I haven't seen it do. As long as you use... I mean, you can see when it would be able to do it. There are those... Obviously, you don't get a hold every spin. And there are some spins where you don't get a hold, where it certainly could just spin in 3 ticket symbols. But I haven't seen it do it. I'm not saying it can't, but I haven't seen it happen. So again, we'll just go for holds after nudges on melons there. So what we're going to do there is, because we've got tickets on 2 and 3, we'll just hold reel 1. That means, so on the next spin, we haven't got a hold here. So that's potentially, it could do us there, but it hasn't. And in my experience, it doesn't, basically. Oh, hoping for 3 holds there. No. 2 blasts is perfect. That is exactly what it sounds like. We'll just hold them all there, so that completely removes the... it's not going to hit more than a melon, by the way. So there's no... If we go again, it will just give us the cherry. Or, in fact, I'll show you. It doesn't matter. It's going to hit the cherry or the melon, because this machine, as far as it's concerned, it is now blocking at 2 quid. There's a £2 block on this machine. But that never goes away. It does not matter how unhappy the machine gets, how over percentage it gets, it will never block wins of up to £2. So those cherries, those mixed 7s and those melons are always going to be available. So once again, we can just gamble this out to the jackpot. You can see here I'm going against the numbers, it doesn't matter. It's not like on Perfect Deal, where you had to go with the numbers. This doesn't care. This is essentially the remnants of an Invincible board. I mean, you can see how it works. I don't want to spend too long on the Emptier itself, because I could potentially be spending a while on the one on the right hand side here, which is way over percentage. But you can see, let me just move the, that never repeats, by the way, obviously, and it's not like there's a repeat that just comes round once every so often, like a repeat that's coded in. That doesn't seem to happen. I have not seen that in many jackpots that I've taken out of this. When I've been doing the sort of practice runs, I have not seen a single one of those jackpots repeat. So it's like I say, it's not like it cycles round once every so often independently of percentage. That doesn't seem to happen. I'll hold those two there because we want, you know, yeah, we are. See there, we're trying to set up. I held those melons in that configuration there, setting up something like that, you know, just some nudges, because it will just allow nudges for anything up to melons. And straightforward, can't go wrong here. Literally can't go. Well, short of sort of pressing collect, you would literally have to press the wrong flashing button here. Short of collecting or exchanging, by the way. We don't want to exchange. As long as, because that resets the flag. So as long as you just press high-low, you can't lose, and you will get the jackpot out of it again. Now, obviously on the real machine, you would have to be aware of your hopper. Your limiting factor on the real machine here is going to be a £125 hopper. However, apparently these were around with note changes as well. And I think, don't they get bigger hoppers? Don't they get a 250 hopper when they've got a note changer on? This was one of the early machines that had a note changer on it as well. In this era, they wouldn't be able to pay out of the note changer. But I think, correct me if I'm wrong, leave a comment if I'm wrong, but I think those early machines with a note changer came with a 250 hopper. But on the ones without a note changer, your limiting factor, of course, was potentially that £125 hopper. So we're just being careful now. We're just being careful to not give the machine a chance to... There we are. You can see it, spin for feature or hold the pair. So we've just got to be careful there. Don't spin for feature. We want to hold the pair. Oh, that's very generous of it to give us on a high-low gamble that can't lose. So I think you get the idea here. We'll just climb this one out. Theoretically, it could fuck you over very easily by just spinning a feature in early doors. In my experience, it doesn't do it. As long as you use the holds that you get to make sure that it can't spin you in a feature. I haven't had it stiff me once. I've gone back to the RAM that I started with here, the RAM file that I started with for this video, where it was Invincible board happy a few times, and not once has it dicked me off by just landing the feature straight in. Does seem to me that you can avoid it by using your holds. So there we are, another jackpot. And that will auto pay out again. And what we'll do then is I'll collect the whole bank out. And we may even see the CL light come on, by the way. No repeat. So, we'll just play down those credits. You never know, we might get a win just as we're playing down the credits. For the simple reason that these wins aren't blocked. The code doesn't seem to mind giving us these small wins. Well, I'll hold that there. There is a ticket on reel 3 there. That's okay. Okay, we'll collect that out and then we'll see where we're at. And you can see there, after the payout has been completed, that's £126 up in very short order. I don't think we need to spend any more time on the Emptier. Pretty straightforward. You can see it working clearly there. Let's get on to the rather more difficult part of this. Let's see what this machine on the right-hand side here. This was seeded from the same RAM that I just played on that machine on the left-hand side. I taken it to having a pretty hefty drift against it. It's running at 177%. Let's see how much this one wants to take. You can see the CL light has come on the left-hand side machine there. But it's really weird. You can get the CL light on, but it never thinks it's empty because of the way the emulator says that the tubes are always full. But it's like the machine knows that it should be CL at this point, which is a little bit of a well, I say a discrepancy, it's just a little curiosity, a little idiosyncrasy of how the emulation works. So now, like I said, I don't want to spend too long on the Emptier itself, because you don't need to go round any more than that, and I think you can see for yourself how you actually manage to avoid the actual feature itself. I can see, and you can see exactly how it would do it. It just needs to spin 3 tickets straight in, but I found that it's fairly easy to avoid. So then, well, I thought we'd have a feature there at least. Well, it should be prepared to put us into the feature, and it should be prepared. So nearest win, well, I think this machine, I don't think it matters what we're going to do here, because I suspect this machine, let's just try that. I cannot believe this is going to be anything other than £2, because I thought it would actually be blocking at £2, but we've got a no-lose gamble there on a 1. I think that will probably lose now. Oh, okay, is it going to go up to a 5 maybe?
What a nightmare.
Okay, it was allowing £3 there. I don't think it matters, because I think we're going to be a fair way off. I thought there might be no point going for a hold after nudges for a jackpot. So we are purely seeing now how long it takes. Well, what I'd like to see is how long it's going to take to get through the £5 block, and how long it's going to take for a jackpot. And then how long after that. So 3 tickets, there we are. That is a feature entry. So let's see what it's prepared to give us off the feature. So I am not expecting great things from this feature. As per the horror stories left on the video that Real Fruits made about this, you saw those numbers there, some truly scary numbers. That can't lose, surely. There we are, so it's £2 board at this moment in time, isn't it? What are those? You know what, I've never even collected those things. I'm not entirely sure what they do. Ooh, I'm not fancying that. Oh, dearie me. I guess the simplest way to do it would just be to try and get the cash stack through a 5. And the goal here, I suppose, and the point of doing this is curiosity, to see what state this machine could be left in. And it's coming back to my not entirely popular opinion. There's been some comments left on the previous couple of videos, and couple of comments over at Jackpotty that, you know, hang on, let's see if we can win that. Oh my god, that I'm slightly bitter about these machines, because I wasn't able to do them, lost a lot of money on. I guess, am I bitter or angry? I don't know. I mean, I'd like to think I'm not angry after so many years, but I certainly stand by my contention, particularly in the banker's bonus video, where, and this is, I keep saying this, it's not a criticism of the players who were doing them, it is a criticism of the companies who were making them, that where it's like a free win, or where, you know, it's the operator that takes the hits, then no, whatever, fair enough. But when it's other players, because, and I count myself amongst this, we are basically cannibalising off other players. For one of these, and this is a really stark example here with this just the ticket, for one of these to get ready again after it's been done somebody or a collection of people have to absolutely do their plums in it. That's the point. And I did it. I was as bad as anyone. And I was always aware. That was the thing. I was always aware in the back of my mind that I was leaving behind. You know, when I'd done an Alien or a Flicker, or going back to the £15 era, when I first got a clue, you know, Psycho Cash Beast or whatever it may be, that I was leaving a machine that was in a thoroughly lamentable, miserable state, and I always kind of felt sorry for the person who was going to come along after me to play that machine. And it just comes back to my contention that forever, right from sort of by all accounts, these things have always been vulnerable to manipulation, to emptiers, to all kind of dodgy dealings, and some of those do not affect other people who play the machine. but many of them did do. Many of them, even the ones that are out there now, still do the same. I mean, most recently I did that video about Perfect Deal. You saw the state that that was left in, where it wanted 143 quid for a deal game. Perfect Deal is still doable. Even on the £100 jackpot, there's still a rip. There's a sort of rippy trap style thing that works on that, which gets the machine to pay a jackpot when it doesn't want to, with predictable results for the state that it's going to be left in afterwards. So it's kind of a recurring theme now. Oh, fucking hell. Is sort of saying that as great as it is to play these in the emulator, and I will never change my opinion about that. I love playing these machines in the emulator, but I do have a problem with stuff like this, even though it's in the past now. The mere fact that stuff like this existed, that something like this was possible, where a compensated machine with a relatively small jackpot here, a £25 jackpot, can be left. Going from the comments on Mr. P's there, on Real Fruits' Mr. P's video, that can be left hundreds of pounds. A £25 jackpot machine that can be left hundreds of pounds away from a jackpot. Now, we were specifically saying there from an Invincible board, so what I want to do here is find out, find out for myself what kind of amount we could actually be talking about. And my contention here, my point, is that it should not have been possible for this type of thing to happen. And think about it. If you were the poor sucker who came along to adjust the ticket after it had been done, and you could do 100 quid, 200 quid, whatever it may be, because the machine was not working as it should be. The machine was broken. The code was not able to control the machine properly. You've got no comeback. You've got no, you've got no right to a refund for a defective product or anything like that. Even though I would say that this machine now is in a state that should not be possible, that should not exist, that was not designed to exist. And we know that's the case because Maygay re-chipped this to fix it. But in the interim, how many people do you think lost an absolute fucking fortune on this thing? And frankly had a right to expect something better, to expect that the device that was presented, and you can see there, this is into the era now where you see the sticker on this machine, top right hand corner. It's an adult gaming device, an adult gambling device. I think there was no pretense by this time that these things were amusement with prizes. They were considered adult gambling machines. You had to be over 18 to play them. And I think, be you a casual player or a player, there was the right to expect that they would work properly, that they had been coded competently, that they were not vulnerable to manipulation and being emptied and being left in an unholy state where they could take vast amounts of money to give anything like a normal game. So if you want to call that bitter, then yeah, okay, you could define that as bitter. But the more of these that I see, and the more of these that I try in the emulator, the more that I see other videos. I mean, there was On A Bucket's channel, which is gone now. You've got Big J's channel. You've got What's channel. And it's, we're going right back to like the £4 jackpot days. Oh, Chloe's actually forced a prize on me there. Shall we take them two things there? What are these things? 2 extra. Oh, yeah, there we are. Oh, what's it going to give me? Nudges may improve Real Blast. Okay, so does that improve it a bit? It hit cherries. There we are. It's been forever. Certainly, I think from whenever these things first became like microprocessor controlled and were running code, they have been vulnerable to all manner of fuckery. And what I'm going to see in this video is just how bad this one can be left. Now, I'm not going to do it in real time on the video because I have already, I've dug myself in for the evening. I've already said to Mrs. Degsy and Degsy Jr. that I'll be downstairs making a video. So, go ahead and do what you want to do this evening. Start playing WoW or whatever it may be, because I'll be out of the way. Because I suspect this might take a little while, and that's fine. I am prepared to do that. I do want to see how much this thing can take. You can see there's been absolutely No sniff. That £2 block, I have to be honest, it looks like I just made that up. It doesn't look like the two. What I found is it doesn't want to give you a real win. It certainly doesn't want to give you a real win of more than £2. But we did get the melons there, and it was prepared to gamble to £2.40. And the feature there, I don't think we've gone past £3, have we? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've seen better than £3 yet, have we? And there we are, that one's lost. So I'm 33 quid in at this point. What I'm going to do is bring you back when I've got another 30 or 40 quid through it, and we'll see where we're up to. Right, there's 75 quid in, so let's just see if we can take a feature, see what it wants to do. It's still not wanting to give anything better than melons as a straight real win, by the way. So let's just see if we can hold there. 3 blasts. Let's see if it is prepared to go past a melon. It's going to hit a cherry now, isn't it? Yeah, it's still not prepared to do more than £2 on a real win. Let's gamble up. Is it going to win that? Let's see. Okay. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about an 11. Higher than a 3 on £2.40. Fucking hell. And this is after 75 quid in. So let's actually get a board. No, that's 78 quid in. You can see the current term stats just up at the top there. 3 nudges next. Whatever. Go. Oh, it thought about it then. Oh, that was a long spin. It fucking thought about that then, didn't it? Make sure it didn't do anything that it wanted to. It's not as bad as Italian Job. Technically it was Italian Job 2. God, that could do some long spins. It does it in the emulator, and that isn't an emulator thing. The real machine did that. Some ridiculously, almost comically long spins, where you could see the code like desperately hunting to make sure it didn't do something that it didn't want to. And oh, I could have had £3 there. That couldn't I? I've got add again now. I think I could have had £3 there, but it wasn't more than a £3 board, that was it? No, I did miss. I think I had an add again or whatever. I could have got to a £3 on the cash stack. Let's just have one more board, see if it wants to do any better than that. But you can see here, this is pretty fucking brutal. So what I'm saying, the machine knows it's paid out those wins. That's the horrible thing for whoever came up on one of these after it had been done, is that there was a debt to be paid, and it was going to be paid by the people who played the machine afterwards. Let's see what we can get off this feature. It doesn't seem to be going through £3 for me. All the features are just the basic. You can see there the features have got 3 levels of normal, super and mega, blue, yellow and red respectively. We've got £1 plus repeat chance on that. Well, go higher than a 3. We should be alright in that. Should we have a go on this if we get good numbers? And what is that? Two feature blasts that? I think we've got a pretty shrewd idea where this one's ending up, haven't we? No, good. Let's see if we can get that cashed out. We got 8 nudges there. I mean, is that going to be? Let's just play that, shall we? I mean, can we get no extra? Let's just see what we can get off this. Nudges may improve real blasts. So best nudge. Jackpot. Oh no! Oh, come on. No, you can see there it's not having it, is it? So that's another £1 there. It really isn't. These are still £3 boards, aren't they? I've put 81 quid in, and we're still on £3 boards. Let's just collect that out. Bring you back when I put a bit more through. Okay, that's £100 in now, or £102 to be precise. It is still blocking at £2 on the reels. It's never hitting more than melons on the reel blast. It's not allowing me to get 3 holds or a hold after nudges for anything apart from the 3 lowest wins up to £2 on the melons. Oh, come on, surely not.
Shall we press on?
Okay. And the feature still seems to be £3.
Golden ticket number 3.
Let's just see what it wants to give off this one. Remember, I am now over. Oh, fuck Fucking hell, I am now over £100 in on a £25 jackpot machine. One that is incidentally set to a slightly flat, I think it's on 84% this one, I will check, but a little bit higher than you would have been playing this out in the wild as well. Let's just have one more feature, see if it... Ooh, that won't kill me. Yeah, okay, we have survived that. We've seen this nudgy blast thing here, it can really fuck you. Even though the stacks can get what look to be promisingly high, it can really fuck you off, can't it? Bonus ticket. I think we can say with some degree of certainty we're not going to be getting 5 of those. Fuck. Oh my god. See you at the next... I'll go in 25 quid chunks. I'll see you at the next £25 stop. What's the word I'm looking for? Checkpoints. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, there's £126 in. It has got a little bit more life in it. It's prepared. I've seen it gamble up to, I think, £3.60. Oh, fucking hell. On the cash trail. So let's go in with a feature at the £126 mark. I will just respectfully remind you once again, we're on a £25 jackpot machine here. Nearest win next. It doesn't matter what, it's going to stiff me here. It still seems to be, it doesn't want to do more than melons. It's still stuck at melons on the actual real wins. But the feature seems to be getting a little bit happier. Let's just see if we can have some gambles on the high-low reel. It does seem to be prepared to gamble a little bit further. I think that should win. Fucking hell, oh, we've got the tickets in view anyway, so that does put us in. So that was kind of a no-lose gamble. Let's have a look what we can get on the feature here. It hasn't gone past a 5. It hasn't gone through a 5 yet. I think I've had one feature. I think £3.60, which is basically 4 quid. That was harsh. Let's just have one more feature, see, because that was... I have seen it do a little bit better than that. But it's still not a happy camper. And any time you get those reel blasts on the reels, it is always seeking out cherries or melons without fail. See here, it's still just rattling along. That's never holding in a million years, is it? Fucking hell. Come on, I'll just get one more win or one more feature. That's 134 quid in now. 135 quid in. Nothing there. Might give us a hold. No, but doesn't even want to give us a hold after nudges for cherries. Hold those 2 tickets. Come on. Fuck me. So 2 nudges next. We cannot fail to get melons there.
You won.
So let's just... Oh, well, okay. Well, exchanging. Let's just see what the feature does on a £2.40 exchange. Take it from there. Okay, so we potentially got with the... We've got to go for... Or add again now. So if I land on cash, I could add cash again. Oh my god, look at that. Okay, I'll bring you back at the next checkpoint. Okay, that's 150 in. Let's play out for the next feature. See if it's got any happier. But this is pretty dire. And this is what the real machine was very well capable of, and by all accounts did do to several people. So let's see if it's improved a bit in terms of its happiness. That should win, surely.
Shall we press on?
I haven't seen it go past 4 quid yet, I don't think.
Golden ticket.
I haven't seen a £5 cash stack.
Ticket number 3.
Well, we have got a forward 3 there. Let's just keep a optimistic eye out for our golden tickets, just in case. We'll go with the numbers on that, but you can see here, you can actually win a few gambles on these and you're still down in all the shit stuff. So, if we get a good number, we'll gamble. We'll have a gamble if we get a decent number. Fucking hell, you can see there, that's after 150 quid in. Okay, there is the 175 mark. Let's see what the next feature wants to do. I have not seen a win of beyond £2 on the reels yet. It still doesn't want to give a real win of more than 2 quid. That side of things hasn't... So 3 blasts. Watch it fuck me here. I mean, I can't really improve the reels there by holding anything. Watch it hit cherry, melon here. It's still not one. That'll be cherry. After 177 quid in, it's still not wanting to give anything other than melons and cherries on the reels. Fucking hell. Let's actually get a feature. Because that, I mean, that's what, 180 quid now. £180 into a £25 jackpot machine. God, at least give us a fucking feature, will you? So 3 holds there for the feature. Let's see what the feature wants to give. I haven't seen it go through 4 quid yet. Let alone a fiver. Well, let's have a look. Let's see what it wants to do, but we will give it a feature. Bonus nudges so we can get some tickets there for all the good it's gonna do us. Right, oh, we've opened that fucking thing, so we're not going to gamble. Oh, we've got to land on it, I think. So if you get a good number, we'll have a gamble. We'll go higher than a 3.
I got it.
We'll go lower than a 10. That will add to the pipe at the top. But as you can see, you can get through a few gambles before you get to...
I got it.
I'll go on a 10. 10's not a bad number. I'm not going to gamble on a 7. We will go on a 12. So we got £3 plus repeat chance. We'll go on a 2.
I got it.
Okay. Go on your oh my god, it didn't want to give us that, did it? What was that? Super feature blast or something? So you can see there, it's still playing like an absolute dick. Bring you back at the next one. Okay, that is £200 in. It's still not wanting to do more than 2 quid on the reels. Every single time you get reel blasts, even with like a nudge combination, it tells you what it's going to do next spin. It just will not do any. I haven't seen single bars. Single bars is 3 quid. It will not do single bars. The board is still... See there, it won't give a whole lot of nudges for single bars. It won't hit them on the blasts. We've still got a £2, apparently a £2 block here on the reels. The board is yet to go past 4 quid. And you can see the stats there. I am now, what, £204 into this. This £25 jackpot machine. Let's just have a look at the long-term stats. Is it going to take all of that back? It still thinks it's got to claw back 59 quid. How much of that is it going to want? Is it going to want the whole lot? Is it going to want to equalise out its percentage before it actually starts to go through the past a fiver? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen better than 4 quid on the board. I've got to move forward 3. There's no point going for the fucking ticket.
Ticket number 3.
Got an ad again, so I'm just trying to see if I can get the cash amount up a little bit. Want to see if I can get a £5 stack. I think the first significant moment on this is going to be when we can get it to go through a fiver. Oh, there's been no sign of that yet. Let's just have one more board. Let's just see if I can show you the reel blasts, because it does like to give you the reel blasts on a fairly regular basis. And believe me, the way it seeks out the cherries and the melons is, after this much money in, frankly, is slightly comical. So let's just do that. Let's just see if we can get the reel blasts, which do come in fairly often. It will tell you that you're going to get like 2 blast necks or 3 blast necks I've seen, but every single time, whatever you hold and whatever you spin, it always gets a configurate there. Oh no, 3 tickets rather. I don't want that. Oh, we can give it. Okay, fine. Fuck it. We'll have 3 tickets. We'll do 3 tickets for a feature entry. But yeah, just believe me when I say it's still not doing. I have not seen a real win past 2 quid, past melons. Since I started this £210 ago, I haven't had a win on the reels better than melons. But the feature does seem to have a little bit, I say a little bit more value in it. I really do mean a little bit more value in it. Feature seems to be able to do 4 quid, potentially. This is shocking. This is dire. Bring you back at the next one. Okay, there is 225. We'll see it in for the next feature, see what it wants to do. Nothing much has changed since the last one. Still yet to see a win better than melons on the reels. Hasn't gone through £4 on the feature. If it drops the feature in, which it does do occasionally, I am playing it. I haven't seen better than 4 quid yet. So let's just exchange in here. We will go on a 2. This gamble is prepared. Well, okay, we'll exchange in there because obviously it will lose on a shit number. So let's see what we can get on a feature. I have put £228 into this. And it hasn't offered me more than £4. I mean, is it just me? Is it just me who like really thinks that this is wrong? Who really thinks that this should have never ever existed? That this should not have been possible? This is bullshit. This is absolute fucking bullshit. I'll bring you back at the next one. Okay, here's 3 blasts next. So I'll hold that one there. I'll hold reel 1. And let's just see. Watch it now. It will hit just cherries and melons. There we are. You can see there. It's still not going past. That's 234. Fucking hell. 234 quid in. Okay, 2 blasts next. So let's hold reel 3, which hasn't got a cherry or a melon in view. And no prizes for guessing when it's going to hit here. There's the cherry. And there's the melon. This is at 246 quid in. So, you know what? Let's just take this as the 250. We'll take this as the 250 exchange. So I was going to bring it back in the next few quid anyway. This would be amusing if it weren't serious, frankly. In so far as this machine existed in the real world, this is not something completely artificial here that I have constructed in the emulator for this video. This machine got into this state out in the wild. Look at that. 246 quid in. Fucking £3 board. Okay, this is 261 in now. But just look at the long-term stats. It's not far off getting back to percentage. So I think it might be set to 88, I think, this one actually. Looking at the stats there, I think we might be on 88%. I do need to check the config screen, but it's not... Well, I say it's not a million miles off. It's now very close to actually getting back to percentage. So I think this thing literally just obeys its percentage. However far over percentage you get it, it then takes the whole lot back. Because, I mean, it's a slightly... Fucking hell. It's a slightly unbelievable number. Because obviously I've cut an awful lot out here. Because I wouldn't subject you to watching me put 261 quid through a £25 AWP. But the play profile of this machine fundamentally really has not changed. I think the only thing that's shifted is it went from £3 happy to £3.60 happy. That's all that's happened here. Can we get a... But we are getting now. We are within a few quid. Fucking hell, of this now being. I'm wondering if the code is as black and white as that, if it's as binary as that. If it literally just says, can I afford a substantial win or not? Yes, no. Am I over percentage? Yes, no. And if the answer is yes, it will just basically... I'm deliberately held away from that there. Let's just see. But my point is now that we're getting to the point where it will now be... If the code does work like that, if it will just tip over and say, yes, I can afford a win. Let's just see. But it isn't there yet. It's still £6.48 out. But we must be within the realms, surely now, of it allowing a reasonable win. But, I mean, I'll just go off the cash stack there. Let's have a look. So we've got I've got a forward 3. I will use it to advance the cash stack if I can. I mean, I'm not really... I mean, we'll gamble on a good number, I suppose, whatever.
I got it!
Won't gamble on a 7. Add again. If I land on a cash, I could use that. But I mean, if you land on a ticket... if I land on a ticket, that would actually be an Invincible board there. So, here we are. Here we are. That's going to put me within. Can you see that? I've just switched to the long-term stats. If you look at the top, another 3 quid, and that will then basically be... I'll just nudge away from that. Because let's just get it into slightly positive territory. and just see if that unlocks something. So I appreciate I could be taking shitty little wins here, but a few more quid and we'll actually be going into... Oh, it has just dropped a feature in. This is at 207. I've just switched to short-term stats there. That is at £270 in we are now at this point in time. Let's see what this feature wants to do. We've got a super feature there. I mean, I'll just go off the cash stack, because the cash stack is the easiest way to tell. I will use that bonus there. I've got to move forward 3.
Golden ticket.
Which I will use if I can land on cash with it. Oh, come on. Gotta be fucking kidding, mate. Seriously? So, another... Let's just play out these credits. I'll just do this in real time. This is horrendous. This is truly, truly horrendous. Allegedly a regulated gambling market this was, and shit like this existed. No one got into any trouble. No one got the wrist slapped. Just poor fucking punters up and down the country got absolutely fucked by these things, and it's all fine. So, oh god, 2 reel blasts. You can see I tried to hold the reels there to get the best reel configuration. What do you think it's going to hit? You have got to be fucking kidding me.
What a nightmare.
Fuck off. Fucking hell. Right, so the machine now has... It must be 88. It must be set to 88%, this thing. So, there we are. So it's now in slightly positive territory. It's got a little bit of a drift in its favour to play with. So let's just see. So we can see there, long-term stats, just cast your eye up. It's now slightly under... In fact, let's just double check. Let's just go to the configuration screen. 88%, yeah. So we are set to 88%. So let's just put that back where it was. There we are. So it is now slightly under percentage. It's got a little bit of money to play with. It's got a little bit of a small drift in its favour now. I'm just wondering if that will finally... Oh, my God. Unlock. So I'll go back to the short-term stats. 276 quid in. Okay. I'll take it out to 300. Okay, 2 blasts next at 288 in. I'll hold reel 1. Oh, it's clearly going to fuck us there, isn't it? This is monstrous. This is truly, truly monstrous. We'll go higher than the 2. Lower than the 11. I think that'll be the first time I've seen it win a gamble up to £3.60 on the cash. Actually, to win a gamble for that. There we are. Now, I think that is a slight improvement. Let's have a look where we can get with that move forward 3. Oh, add again. So, if we can land on a cash, that will be... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I mean, honestly, whatever you may or may not think, for example, about the original Fair Play campaign with its whole, unwinnable high-low gambles shouldn't exist. Now, I remember people at the time, some people were saying, well, that's just the way the machines work. Everyone knows that, get over it. It's no big fucking deal, whatever. Let's move all that to one side. Let's move the premise of the high-low campaign to one side with the unwinnable high-low gambles. Surely, you cannot look at this, what this machine is doing objectively, and think that this in any way represents fair play, that this in any way represents something that should have existed as an over-18s only gambling machine sited in pubs and arcades, inviting people to put their money in on a machine, because this machine could have legitimately had a sticker on it to say this machine pays out at a minimum of 88%. That's what this machine is set to. 88%. This could have been sat somewhere in a fucking train station bar. Because you remember, if you're an old fucker like me and you've been around for a while, you will remember when fruit machines were fucking everywhere. Like I say, you were just waiting for a train at a station in the bar area. You could get an alcoholic drink that have a fruit machine or two in the bar area, and this could be sat there. Machine, minimum payout, 88%, put a few quid through it, and this would be fine. This didn't break any rules. This wasn't in breach of any regulations. You know, there was no fines involved. There's no investigation involved. It's just, oh yeah, we completely fucked up. There you go. There's a rechip. We'll sort it with a rechip. And bollocks to everyone who lost their fucking shirt playing this thing.
What a nightmare.
Look at this. I can't. I'm actually getting slightly incredulous now. When is this thing going to kick back? You can look at this. Another £3. That is £300 into this now. 300 fucking quid. And it's got to go through. Surely it's got. I mean, it's got to drift in its favour. What? I mean, that's the code completely. It's got to tip over. I was expecting it. To tip over. I was thinking it would do it as like a binary thing. Like, okay, I'm under percent. It must do it. It must do it soon. There must be now a decent feature in this. It's got to go over a £5 in the not too distant future. Because it has corrected itself in the harshest possible way. It has now corrected itself. And it's now, it's got back its percentage. It's actually under percentage. God almighty. And yet, at £300, this can't be right now. You've got your money back, you vicious fucker. So can we, I mean, obviously if you were playing a real thing now, even one with a noti, which should potentially have a £250 hopper on it, there's no way to win on this now. But I can understand the players who got deep into it. Where do you call it? Where do you decide that you've got to throw in the towel? If you're 100 in, if you're 150 in, if you're 200 in. Because you always think, well, I can get a chunk of that back. I can get, you know, once it goes invincible, I can get whatever in the hopper I can get back out. But this, we can see here from the safety of the emulator how incredibly far off it could be. I've got to be honest with you, I am slightly surprised that this is taking so much. I really did. Can we just get 3 olds for single bars? Hold off the nudges for single. It's just a £3 win. That is just a £3 win. Come on, this is fucking taking the piss now. Do I have to go out to 325? Okay, we'll see this feature. We'll see this feature, what it wants to do. I mean, I'm half expecting it to just go invincible or something. Because it doesn't need to do this now. It's under percentage. It's corrected itself, so there is no need. It can actually afford, if we go long-term stats, it can afford a jackpot now. Oh, sorry, I just went lower than a fucking 3. That won't help, but it can afford a jackpot. At this point, this can afford a flat jackpot. Jackpot, no streak. It can afford it, but I don't know if it getting so far over percentage has sent it slightly haywire. There was a comment left on Real Fruits' video. If you have a look through the comments there, someone saying that one of the ones with a note changer was taken so far over percentage that it went into some bizarre sort of error state and wouldn't even recover after turning it off and on again. It's like it corrupted the RAM file or something. Actually corrupted the sort of battery backup RAM on the machine itself. In so far as it was an engineer job, just turning it off and on again didn't do the trick. It would have been interesting to get some more details about that, but obviously it was a long time ago and the guy couldn't remember specifics, just that one of these things got its knickers into so much of a twist that it literally just stopped working. Let's have a look here. 315 in. £315. Yeah, no. I've got me move forward 3. I am aware of that. +1 cash. I'm not happy with +1 cash. Oh, and it could go invincible. It could afford to go fucking invincible, frankly. Because it doesn't have... Jackpot doesn't have to... Oh, okay. So, well, with my bonus there, I could get a £4 cash stack. And I've got I have got an advanced 3. Which I am aware of. If I landed on a ticket, that would go invincible at that point. Oh, come on. Jeez. Okay. I'll go for 325. Oh, actually, this high-low climb is going a bit now. I'm up to a 5er. I'm up to a 5er on an 11, Well, this will be very telling, won't it? Let's go lower than the 11 on a fiver. Oh, we are through. It's gone through. It has gone through. After £315, it has gone through. Oh, you know what? So, I think that will probably win. Let's go higher.
What a nightmare.
Let's just see if we can take it invincible. I have a feeling that would have probably gambled for the jackpot. So let's just see how much it costs to get it. I think that was a jackpot board. I can't guarantee it would have won that gamble for the jackpot. But let's just see if we can get the thing invincible, and that will give us an actual figure on how much it cost. And bear in mind, I could have taken this further over percentage. I deliberately stopped when I did, so that it wasn't a completely farcical situation with how far I'd got it over percentage.
I got it!
So let's focus on, I think it's probably fair to say that we could have had a jackpot at the, 315 quid mark, which is still a shocking number. So on a £25 jackpot AWP, it would have cost 315 quid for a jackpot, but I suspect the Invincible board is not that far behind. What?
You bet!
Yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised, you know. So there we go.
There's only one golden ticket left in the entire
There we are. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it does it on this board. If I get another ticket here, that would, I'd go, yeah, okay, about time too, you fucker. I have got no bonus. Ooh, one off there. Yeah, you can see there, it's just really just like tipped over. It kind of like the binary switchover I was saying that I was expecting. It just took a little bit longer than I thought it would. You can see it, all of a sudden it's tipped over into happy board. I think we could have had a jackpot on that high-low gamble there. Is that going to kill me? Come on, no. Oh! 3 tickets now. Okay, let's go for that. Oh dear, none of the reels there. I think this will probably not be far off now. So we haven't started with any tickets. Just a bit of a pisser. Let's just see if we can get it invincible. And then we've got a number on that. We've got a number on how long it took to get it invincible. Well, we have got an ad again. We'll use it, I suppose. I mean, it should be prepared to give it, really. Now, I'm not really fussed about that thing. That's a normal jackpot, really. It's not what we're after. We will imagine that we are a player back in, when would this have been? What, 2004, something like that? Who has had the incredible misfortune to get to this machine after somebody has just done it and has decided to chase at all costs the Invincible board. Obviously no hope of getting money back now. Even if this thing had a 250 hopper, we can't get back what we've put into it. Oh, one more golden ticket. We've got no bonus. What did I just... I thought I just went lower then. Sorry, I think I got a bit trigger happy on the button there. I suspect we're not too far away from the Invincible. Let's see. 3 tickets on the win line would be best, but I'll go for that if that's what we need. Let's just see if we can get it on the next feature or two. I think it's probably about there, isn't it? No, not quite. Getting the 3 tickets on the win line is a decent start. That is now 324 quid. Okay, a little bit happy on the stacks there, we can see that. Not fussed about that. No use to me. Just after those tickets. I think it'll tip over, not too far away from here now. Oh, I thought I was going to land on the ticket then. No. So I was going to do a mega feature though. Oh, there we are. No, just say that. So there's a mega feature. So we are getting an amount of happiness into the machine now. There we are, £8 cash stack. So, okay, it all just happened. It just completely... I don't think the £5 block was even a thing, was it? It just completely all came off at the same time. Well, I've got an ad again. If I can land on another ticket. Oh, I will use the ad again because it will potentially just give it to us if it wants to. Advance 3, let's just keep an eye out if we can use the Advance 3. Oh, add again, that's... Oh, I could have used it on the bonus there, thinking about it, to get an Advance 3, couldn't I? Potentially a bit of a fuck up there. Oh, no, 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 no. Let's just see. I will do my best now to try and get it, but I want to try and get the tickets set up. It does seem to help if you've got the tickets on the reels. 2 blasts, let's just see. Is that just a hard-coded thing, then, that you never get better than fucking... Well, we may as well exchange in as low as possible. But I've now got all 5 tickets to get there. That's the problem a little bit. It can afford it. Absolutely can afford it now, so... Kind of expecting this thing to tip over. What a desperate state to be in, and I'm looking at the comments on the Real Fruits video. Some players did genuinely find themselves in this situation. Someone, I think, was it a 400 or a 450 was the highest number? So I mean, this is pretty bad. I'm 324 here, but it sounds like, I mean, and on 88%. So knock another 10% off this. Put it down to 78% or even, you know, like 76 or 74%. This could be even worse. And I can well believe, from what this has done here, I can well believe those numbers of 400 and 450 pounds. That sounds entirely credible to me. That's partly why I wanted to see it with my own eyes. Not that I'm saying that the people who were leaving comments on the Real Fruits videos were lying, but it's one of them things where you just want to see it for yourself and kind of go, oh my, oh, there we are. So it's a hold after nudges there. So you can see there, we are now, it's unblocked, bigger wins. I think the problem with that exchange is you don't seem to get... Yeah, there's the risk. You don't get anything on the exchange. We've got an ad again, but we haven't got any tickets. So we have got a plug here. We may potentially have to plug this if it doesn't want to give us the tickets. Really? Really? Okay. That's fine. That's 330 quid in. It's almost comical, isn't it? £330 for an Invincible board on it. Is there a ticket there? No. Well, there is one up there, but not on the left-hand side. Oh, come on. Exchange. Well, they're just going to be above, aren't they? There we are. That's 2 tickets on the reels. No ad again. I think it'll just give it to us naturally. Because the machine doesn't really have to delineate too much between an Invincible board and a Jackpot board, because at the end of the day they can both just give 25 quid. Doesn't have to. An Invincible board, you know, the machine doesn't know that an Invincible board is going to lead to the Emptier. So it, to my mind, it doesn't particularly have to protect the Invincible board. Okay. We'll stick with it. That's our 333 quid. Oh, thought it might. Not that I would have taken the hold after nudges for Red 7, so I just wondered if it would do it. Okay, well, we'll go for the feature. That should be... Ooh, can you not... Was there one up there? No, I don't think there was. Okay. 2 tickets, no bonus, though. That's the problem there. High-low continue, okay. Not making it easy, is it? There's one more ticket. Don't forget, there are tickets on the high-low reel. It can just spin a number with a high-low ticket in. Or with a ticket on it on the high-low reel, rather. dearie me. Exchange again. It's not exactly throwing this into my lap though, was it? Oh god, this is tight. Come on, you fudger. I'm feeling slightly desperate about this, and I'm doing it in the emulator with no real money at stake. I can scarcely imagine the cold fucking sweats that some players must have had trying to do this back in the day. I'm not interested really in a real win. I want the tickets. I do want the tickets. There's 2 on the reels. No bonus. No bonus. Kind of like the feature happiness is unlocked now. So I'm kind of hoping that the Invincible board won't be too far behind. Cash run. No, we don't really want that. that was a run and a half, wasn't it? 1 fucking square.
There's only 1 golden ticket left.
1 more remaining. I've got no bonus, so I can't help myself with a bonus. It needs to land on the high-low reel, or we need to land on that ticket again. Come on, 4 is it? Fucking hell. No, 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 no. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Oh, it's a bad one because we've got 1 ticket to start with. And again, no bonus. Let's just see what this... Oh, dear, dear, dear. Cash run. Is that going to be... That's an incredible cash run. Just as good as the last one. No, we're not interested in that. No, I'm not even going to bother. I don't want that. I want the tickets. Elevator. So this could potentially, if it wanted to, that could fuck you off if it climbed all the way to the jackpot, couldn't it? Don't know. Doesn't actually look like it wants to tip over into an Invincible. Even though theoretically the code doesn't have to see it any differently. So you can get a ticket off the mystery. That is a possibility. Oh no. No, 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 no. Okay, that's 345 in. 2 tickets on the reels. I've got no bonus. Oh my god. Collect a pot. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Probably give me some extra there, will it? £2 off blasts. My word.
Your time and money have been well spent.
So after 345 quid in. Oh, there must be. Is there a ticket up there? Let's hold then. There must be. That must be a ticket entry, surely. No. Oh my god. Fuck. Don't care about that. I want tickets. I want to get the 3 tickets. Okay, I've got 3 tickets and an ad again. This is at £351 in. Don't kill me. Oh dear. This is desperate. Okay, I've got 3 golden tickets. I have got an ad again. If I can land on the golden ticket, that will be Invincible. Upgrade features I do not care about. You can see there, 353 quid in. Although I do have a few credits in the bank, as it were. Oh, come on. No, no, no. Up the pipe. Don't care. Not interested. I need to land on that golden ticket. I do have my ad again. Come on, just 2. Fucking hell. No.
Entire world.
Okay, 363. I'm laughing as I'm saying it. 363 quid in. I've got 4 golden tickets. Remember, it can give me a ticket off a mystery, or there are numbers on the high-low reel that have got tickets on them. It's holding on to this. I mean, there we are! Oh my god! £363 for a fucking Invincible board. 363 quid, folks. That is phenomenal. It's appalling. That is truly, truly terrible. Shall we? Shall we have the final jackpot? Oh, God almighty. That has been a grind. Obviously, I've cut a huge amount of this out on the video, but that was a fucking grind and a half. That was. I was genuinely getting incredulous at just how much it wanted. But you can see there that the stats there, the numbers absolutely do not lie. 363 quid. I'll have a normal jackpot, I think. Maybe it'll repeat. You never know. It could actually afford a repeat at this point, to be honest. Come on, just one more. There we are. Repeat, any chance? No repeat. Now, we know what the empty is. So the empty, after 363 quid, the empty is now ready again. We know exactly what that is. I showed that to you before. Let's just pretend now, for the sake of argument, that some poor random punter or assortment of punters between them have put 363 quid into this. One of them gets lucky. There we are. That's fucked it now. I've deliberately just fucked the emptier. Let's see what... I mean, it might still have. It might still... We've got a skill stop there. So a skill stop will land on +3 again. I could get... If I take my bonus there, I could land on +3 cash again. It can afford this. It can afford. Let's just see what we can get off the next board. Playing normally. So we are through the block. The block hasn't gone straight back on. Maybe it will have another jack. What's its drift? You can see there, in fact, it's got a £78 drift in its favour. It can actually afford to streak here. It can afford to do the actual £75 streak. Oh, and maybe it'll do it. Maybe it'll do it. I'm not going to risk that. Could we get that, perhaps? Oh, there we are. Right, so it actually held on. Looks like it actually held on for the streak. So, well, that was a weird way to tip over, wasn't it? I mean, whatever happens. Can we get a repeat there? No. Let's just see what the next board is then. Will it have another jackpot board in it? Let's just play it. Spin for feature or hold the pair. What do you reckon? We'll spin for feature. Will the block go back on, or will it have another 25 quid? It can actually afford a 75 bank at this point. It could genuinely afford a 75 bank, and these late era Maygays were basically just streak machines. Can you get the streak out of them? I think the 25 pound jackpots were 75, weren't they? Or they could be 75 anyway. Let's have a look. What does this next board want to do? Let's play it the best we can. Get what we can out of it. Only gamble on good numbers. Oh no, that's it. 50 quid. 50 quid was all it had. Oh my god. So we're about to collect a £50 bank, but we're £359 down. So even after collecting this bank out, we are going to be £309 down. But you saw the numbers there. 363 quid to get an Invincible board. Yep, and there you go. You can see there, that is where the numbers have finished up. We're 309 quid down. So that seems to have an incredibly crude control on its percentage. It's still actually, it can still afford another jackpot. I mean, for the sake of argument, shall we just see what the next board wants to do? in case it has potentially got another jackpot board in it. Doesn't really matter at this point.
We're about to witness the greatest miracle.
The goal of this video was to document the aftermath of one of these being done. The Emptier, of course, is of interest, and I wanted to get that in there, but the main thing, I think the thing that nobody else has done in their videos of this is kind of document what happens afterwards. What does one of these things do after it's been done? And you can see there the boards are now back to killing us, so it looks like that drift that it's got in its favour, by all accounts, it is now just saving forward potentially into a future streak pot or something like that. Frankly, spin for feet. Go on, I'll have one more feature. And then we'll do the outro. Just one more feature. As ever, I will trim this down in the edit as much as I can. I don't deliberately leave just filler or fluff in there, but with a video like this, I am trying, like the Lot of Luck video, I'm trying to get across what it's actually like to have the play experience. So it is striking that balance between getting the video to a reasonable length, but also conveying what's actually going on. Because obviously you can make anything look snappy if you edit it down enough. No, you can see here the board's fucked. It's absolutely had it. So, there we are. I am not... Oh, God. It does want to give us a feature. Go on then. We'll have one more fucking feature. One last one. Just on the off chance it wants to tip over into a jackpot. I get the feeling, though, that drift that it's got in its favour, it is going to hold over. But we'll just see. We'll just see. Then, okay, I will go with a good number on this. Bonus number, yeah. Well, we'll go with that. We'll go with the 11, certainly.
I got it!
Won't go with the 4. 4 could be slightly dodgy. There's the 7 with the golden ticket on it. Ooh, no. Come on. Elevate that. Usually gives you an up and then goes stop, in my experience. Yeah, that's as it did there. I'm not getting great vibes about this feature. I think that might kill me. Oh, dear. No, there we are. So then, I am not going to have another rant. Frankly, the case for the prosecution rests. You just saw with your own eyes what kind of state a compensated machine can be left in, and it's not like this is unique. It's not like this is a one-off. There have been so many examples of these from all manufacturers across all stakes and prizes, spanning decades. It just feeds into my main narrative here that compensated machines have never been done properly. And I say, even as someone who has been winning on them since the £15 era, so that's in 2001, 2002, I started to win on these things. So that's 20 years of being able to win on them. But hand on heart, I cannot say that I am anything other than glad to see the back of them, because this sort of thing here, a £25 jackpot machine that wanted over £300 for a jackpot, what would be 315 quid for a jackpot, and then 363 quid for an Invincible board. That is shocking. It is a dereliction of duty. It is a complete failure on the part of the manufacturers and of the supposed regulators that were there to keep this sort of shit in check. They all completely failed. Players took advantage. I don't blame the players. I blame the manufacturers and the regulators. Now, when you come to switched on places like, Dave running Mr. P's, he's going to have his machines on good percentages, running ROMs where all this shit has been fixed. Fair enough. No problem with that. But for me, fundamentally, I think that emulation is the best place for these things to be preserved. But I don't want to go off on another rant, so I will call it there, and I'll just let this video speak for itself. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will catch up with you next time. But for now, it is goodbye.